So we are headed to the hospital, and this is the third night of contractions that ended up kind of fizzling out. They're super strong, and honestly we're just gonna go see what's going on, see if I'm far enough to get checked in, see if anything has progressed, because this is the third night with contractions and no baby. So we're excited, the car's packed, and
huh? Yep. You like that arm of yours?
Are you recording?
Yep.
So we just got checked in, and we were not we were in early labor, but it stopped once we got here. But then I had high blood pressure, so we are in here until we have the baby, in this room actually, until we have the baby. So that's crazy. Little girl's gonna come in this room, and I can't stop shaking. I don't know why, but I got my first IV ever, and that's pretty great. And now we're just gonna chill. It's 6:57, and hopefully maybe I can sleep, but we'll see. How do you feel?
Feel great. Yeah.
Landon just ate a bagel.
Just ate a bagel, best $1.50 ever spent. You have a new nurse coming in a couple minutes for the shift change
and they'll be with us until 7 p.m. tonight, so
yeah,
hopefully they're nice. But we'll keep you updated.
You're rolling.
So things are not moving very fast, so they're going to start me on a little bit of pitocin and see if that helps. So this is going to be the journey, I guess. A little nervous about the pitocin, but it'll be good, and it just means we get to meet her sooner, so that's good. They got me hooked up on all the monitors with the heartbeats and all the goodies, so just chilling. Landon just took a nap.
It was a great nap.
It was like an hour, so it wasn't that good.
It was
30 minutes.
30, 40 minutes. Well, slept through some up prayer.
Used to it. That's what babies are like, so.
You're moving so much, I can't stay in focus.
Because her heartbeat so high. What was your question?
You feeling good?
I feel good for now.
You look great.
Thanks.
Just ordered some food.
I got pancakes coming, and some scrambled eggs, and some hash browns. So then anything I don't eat, Landon can eat for free.
How you feeling?
Tired.
Tired? It's almost 3 o'clock?
Mm-hmm.
Contraction?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. We'll turn it to me for a minute. We've been here now, I don't know, a long time, since 6 a.m., so that would be 8, 9 hours. But you're doing great. We got, what's it called? Pitocin? Pitocin. We have that going, so she's been feeling a lot more of the contractions, stronger, harder, more often.
Stronger, better, faster. stronger? What's the first one?
It's inappropriate. You can't say.
Harder?
You're doing great. Good job. Good job, babe. You're doing such a good job. You can cry. It's alright. Hey, babe.
I'm getting a light contraction.
Okay. I'll update them. Hannah just was a champ for 6+ hours of hard labor.
Pitocin labor.
Pitocin labor, as the nurse called it, the devil's juice. And it was a lot, and she was doing all she could. And
I literally was trying so hard. The one advice the nurse gave me this morning about natural labor was just to relax and be loosey-goosey. But I literally did that and nothing happened. They checked me and I had not dilated at all.
Yeah, no more than you had been early this morning.
And I literally looked at Adeline and I was like, if I don't dilate, I am gonna at least think about maybe doing an epidural, because I was so tired, because I've been having contractions for the past 3 nights. So we did it, and
you were a champ.
It was crazy. I was more fearful about getting an epidural than having labor. So cross that. Sorry, I got hiccups. Cross that fear off my bucket list. So
She did so good. She's not playing it up as much as she should be, but did incredible. Now apparently.
Now it's 7:05.
7:05.
We got here at 5 in the morning.
Yep.
So we've been here quite a bit, quite a while.
So the medicine will be the strongest the next 2 hours or so.
So I'm gonna try to take a nap.
So they're recommending sleep, which is good since you've probably gotten a total of 12 hours over the last 4 or 5 nights. So that'll be really good. So then following that, there's a chance it's time to start pushing. So we'll keep you updated. We're gonna try to film it. But
I'm just so surprised at how anybody watching this at how fast the epidural kicks in, and also how it's a little painful, but compared to laboring, it's nothing. And obviously I wanted to go natural, and I might try again one day, but everybody's got to do what they got to do. So just happy to have that opportunity. So now it's time to sleep.
That's right.
And get Landon some food. Not me though.
Hey, pretty girl. Hannah is now dilated to an 8, which is I don't know what the correct term is, but a 3-number hike from where she was last time they checked. So she's doing great. She's feeling great. A little shaky, but she's been able to get at least an hour, 2 hours of sleep, which has been great. So we're gonna be starting this soon. So there'll be a coming back to check on her, but she's having contractions every 2 minutes, 2 to 3 minutes. So I think we're gonna have a July 10th baby. So we'll see. It might be a 7-Eleven. Might not be the worst thing, but we'll see. It's 9:30 right now, so we'll see. Might be close to midnight. So look at this girl. What a rock star. Well, we have a visitor. Here she is. Miss Adeline Ray. Perfect. That little mark on her head is from a... what was that called?
A monitor.
Yeah, like some type of monitor that they put on her when she was still inside. But she's perfect, and Hannah was an absolute champ. We'll talk more about that whole process later. It was crazy, but man, once it started happening, she pushed about 30 minutes, maybe even less, and Adeline was here. So Hannah's gonna get some rest, eat some food for the first time in 24 hours. Look at this luxury. But yeah, she's doing great. Amazing. Addie's doing a great job. Isn't she, Mama? You're doing so good.
You want to be 10?
Swaddle time. You did so good. Thanks, babe. Hey, Addie. How are ya?
No response.
No response. How rude.
Kind of thought we were going to end up having the baby last night at that point, because I was like, the epidural's great. Everything's great.
As you can see, she's very tired.
Yeah,
She has
very
not gotten much sleep.
Once my doula and my midwife got here, they decided to like start moving me around a little bit, got me on my hands and my knees to get the baby's head in the right position.
But
So for like
your epidural was not
so my
performing
epidural
like an
stopped
epidural.
working.
Yeah.
And I could feel everything, which was super crazy. And I think from that point, I went from a 5.5, 6 to a 9 in that time. So I had some epidural for that and some epidural not for that. But then for the next 5 hours.
Literally until 3 a.m.
Until 3 a.m. From like whatever time to 3 a.m. I was basically on my hands and knees for a good majority of the time, just laboring. I was so confused. I was like, this epidural sucks. Like, I don't know why people always say epidurals are the best thing ever. Like, you don't feel anything. I literally was like, I feel everything. This is horrible. Yeah, so then we were at the point where I physically felt like I couldn't go on anymore. I had already had like 2 really big, so at that point I had like 6 hours in the morning of laboring on pitocin, and then basically transitioning to the end of labor not on an epidural. So the epidural basically was there for me to nap in between. The anesthesiologist comes in the room and he's like, "You're feeling everything. The epidural's not working." I'm like, "Yes, I know."
He took responsibility too.
Yeah, he was great. The guy was awesome. He's like, "I don't know what went wrong. I'm really sorry." I'm like, "Yeah, me too." Everything inside of me was like, "I can do this," but then I just like knew that if I didn't do something now, I would have her and be like mentally drained and not be able
and
to
have no
enjoy
energy
it.
for enjoyment. That's a big part
Like,
of it.
I want to enjoy the birth of my child. Even like I had a really rough birth, and I like wanted to enjoy like the last part of it.
Yeah.
So he was like, "I will re-administer the epidural and give you a new one."
Which they don't normally do.
Which they don't normally
Especially
do
when you're
at
at
a
a
9. Like, they
9.
never do that because you're so close. But you usually don't. Are you okay? You usually don't need to get 2 epidurals. So then from there we ended up sleeping. I want to say for how long? 2 hours?
Yep.
3 hours?
2 to 3 hours.
2 to 3 hours.
Yeah. And this whole time, our amazing midwife, Nicole, is just hanging out with us. Doula. Yeah, not midwife, sorry. Is just hanging out with us and wants to see it through, and was an absolute...
Like, you can go home if you want. Like, we don't know when this is going to happen. Like, I kid you not, I thought I would have had a baby for like multiple hours at that point. So basically, the next nurse came in, and I was like, "I'm ready to, like, I want to do this."
Yeah, at 7 with the change.
And I don't know what happened. I think either my blood pressure, like, we started doing a couple practice pushes because I was like close.
You were close, like.
So we did some practice pushes, and immediately like her heartbeat started to like not. Like,
yeah, when you pushed hard.
When I was pushing hard, like, her heartbeat dropped out. So they went and talked to the midwife. That was a little scary in my mind. But then that just meant, like, the midwife came in, like, right away.
Which you really liked. Like, we had seen her a couple times.
So the midwife came in right away. And I honestly think that made everything go faster. So thank you for that. Started pushing at 7:55. So started pushing, and then we had her at 8:31. So the whole time they were like...
Okay, you're not saying the point that you pushed for literally less than 30 minutes. And...
Yeah, I think altogether it was like they said it was less than 30 minutes.
From the time, like, the actual pushing started.
Yeah.
To the point where...
And they kept saying, like,
Addie
this is going
out.
to take probably, like, 3 hours.
Yeah, especially
and
for a first-time mom.
I think my epidural at that point, like... Oh, yeah, it definitely was. It was wearing off a lot. Because they told me I could get an extra. Like, I could redo the button. Because at that point, it had already been, like...
Which just administers a little bit.
Yeah.
Extra kick.
Yeah, she told me I could, like, redo it. But then I wouldn't feel contractions to push. And I was like, I want to push, like, well.
You knew it was soon.
Started pushing. It took, like, 30 minutes. And they were just, like, blown away because they thought it was going to take, like, 3 hours. And I'm so glad it didn't. And then she came out. And I know she had a couple... She didn't cry for a little bit. So they took her off of me. Went and cleaned her a little bit. And then brought her back, and we did skin to skin for a really long time.
Yeah, my word. Oh my word, you did good.
So, there was nothing like I expected. I wanted a natural birth. I didn't want an epidural, but I just realized, like, you know, that doesn't make it any less than. I did so much laboring on
It was insane.
without medicine.
That freaking pigeon, man. Keep showing up. Okay, sorry.
But like I wanted to do it all natural. I wanted to do it by myself. I wanted to like prove to myself I could do this, and I definitely proved to myself I could do it because I did all like the hardest parts without the epidural, and the epidural was really used for like more of naps and stuff, which was great. So now we're just in the mom and baby suite, and we're just gonna see how the first night goes.
And she's liking it. Look at these two. How you doing, Mama?
Good.
We got Grandma here. We were allowed to bring in an extra guest, which is awesome. Weren't expecting that. Get in focus. There we go. She's been sleeping.
Does she look like me? The nose. The double chins. The lips.
She's been eating great. It's at about 3 hours since she's had one, so gonna try to wake her up here soon. But she's been great. Mama's feeling great. Didn't like getting this outfit on.
So I probably look crazy right now, but that is what new motherhood looks like. Landon just ran to go let the dogs out and take a blanket to introduce them to her. So I'm just taking a nap, trying to breastfeed, do all that fun stuff, but I'll show you a little clip of her. Let's see. Hey girlie. So she got a little rash going on, but she said that was okay. Oh, you're so sweet. I love you.
What you doing over there?
Packing up.
Packing up for what?
To go home.
6 days later. We're finally going home. Mama's feeling healthy. Little baby Addie's feeling healthy. Aren't you, little girl? Yeah? You're so cute. You're so tired. Look at those cheeks. Oh my gosh. But yeah, we're finally look to be heading home, which is great. Long stay for sure. Longer than we were expecting. But what's Thursday, July 11th?
And we came in.
No, 16th. July 16th.
And we came in. Did we come in the morning on Friday?
On the 10th.
On the 10th.
So it's been quite the stay.
So basically, to give you an update, I had really high blood pressure at the end of my pregnancy, I guess. We came in, it was high, so that's what made us stay. Then we had the baby, and apparently my blood pressure just went out of crazy and out of nowhere, skyrocketed. And so this week has just been trial and error, trying to figure out what works for my body. And finally they found a concoction of medication that I will be taking, and now we just pray that that continues to work and that I feel good, and that I can get off of it sooner than later. I'm a healthy person, but apparently this can just come out of nowhere for anybody. It's called postpartum preeclampsia, and most people don't know about it, and most people don't end up finding out until they're home. So I'm glad that they caught it while I was in the hospital, and even though it sucked being here this long, just super thankful that I'm healthy and that I'm going home with a healthy baby. So yeah, that's the update. We're heading home.
Getting ready to go home.
I don't know if I'm not
First time putting someone in a car seat, huh?
in a long time.